Hello everybody, and welcome back to DC Universe Online with me and Blind Vine. And last time, we started helping Lex out with his exobyte problem. He was having a problem getting his exobytes from a certain doctor, or she was doing something with him. I don't know. I'm an assassin. I don't really ask questions about what the mission is. I just ask who needs to be shot and how they want to be shot. That's all I really ask. So yeah, we were doing that. So we're finishing up the second half of that. It always seems like I'm apologizing for videos not coming out more often. I need to fix that, don't I? I really do. But this time wasn't necessarily my fault. I planned on yesterday having this video out and also cutting down some footage from the live stream because hello Integrity, didn't we meet him already?
Again.
Oh yeah, we did.
On alert after that last stunt, and hacking to turrets will be vital. Get us inside, then we'll move on to the exabytes while you run.
LexCorp forces are invading.
All right, whatever. 100 times. But yeah, on Thursday, I did another Fallout stream, so I was going to cut down some of that footage. But yesterday, I came home, and thankfully, a bunch of you guys who were watching my Twitch stream alerted me to the fact that Windows was doing a auto update thing to Windows 10, and I hadn't had it happen yet. But yesterday it came up and it's like, we're gonna update it in an hour, and I'm like, no, you're not. And so I had to take care of that situation. So yeah, now I'm on Windows 10. It's wonky-ish. It's just, it's getting used to a new OS, really. I mean, it comes with any time it gets upgraded or you change over or something. You kind of get used to all the new things that they've added to it or that they've changed and stuff. It wouldn't have taken so long. Here, let's get this.
This is Vicky Vale with JLA Watch. We all know Superman is the Man of Steel, but John Henry Irons is Steel himself. Superman's close ally, Steel uses powered armor and a mighty metal hammer to pound out truth and justice. His company, Steelworks, is dedicated to providing the best possible armaments for the JLA. Look for him at Superman's side or wherever the JLA needs him most.
Yay! It wouldn't have taken so long if I hadn't had to find a workaround, because I have dual monitors, so the new Windows 10 doesn't work with NVIDIA with if you have an what is it called, DGR or RGB, whatever. Cable hooked up to one screen. It doesn't allow you to do the custom resolutions. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, none of this makes sense to you. Basically, it was putting my resolution at not the resolution I wanted that screen to be, and it was very, 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 very annoying. So yeah, I spent probably an hour and a half trying to get that figured out. Thankfully, somebody had figured out a workaround for it, and so yeah, that ended up working out, but I didn't get done with that until probably after midnight, and I was like, well, I don't think I'm going to be getting a video out. So I do apologize that there was such a delay. A couple of you guys asked on Twitter, when's the next episode coming out? And I'm like, I'm very, very sorry that this took so long to come out. I didn't plan on it.
On an extended mission.
On an extended mission? Is there a glowy up here? Is there a glowy up here with my name on it? Yes, there is. I think we've gotten these ones before in videos. No idea. Probably.
Security recording 977.
Security warning.
Out of my way.
Probably when
Where's
we
the woman
did
who runs this place? I
Superman.
demand to speak to her immediately.
Yeah.
Fall back into defensive positions
Um,
to secure our control point.
But yeah, so I do apologize for that. That's what's been going on. But I do have to say, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've already noticed since playing that games run a lot smoother now, which is so I was scared that like games and programs and things that I was gonna have would not work as well with the new OS and everything, the new Windows 10. But I gotta be honest, everything seems a lot smoother than it was before. I'm not really getting those dips and stuff that I'm used to, where it kind of, I mean, you don't really notice it that much, but like in certain videos you can see there's like some hitching and stuff, but I really haven't had any of that. Even in the Watchtower, where I usually have massive amounts of lag for no good reason, for whatever reason, it's really good. And also, everything seems a bit clearer for whatever reason. Where it feels like, and it might just be me, it might just be like that gloss that it's glossing over my eyes with how smooth it is. But it seems like, ow, why'd they shoot me? Die, turret, die. Seems like there's a bit more, what is that thing called? I had the name in my
Classified materials
head
registry.
already.
Harvested from government technology after the Cadmus incident.
But it's like that shading around stuff. It gives it a little bit more line, like better lines. It like Borderlands. I forget what it's called, but it gives it a little bit more of that like striking appearance to stuff. A little bit more cartoony. So yeah. I hope that is due to the new Windows, whatever majigger it's called, the DX12 or whatever it is. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm actually enjoying it. People were freaking me out. They're like, you're gonna lose all your files. And I'm like, oh dear God, I hope not. I can't afford to do all that again.
I can feel Superman's self-righteous rage from here. So, I've added some kryptonite to Starlab's defenses. When he gets here, I'll keep the Boy Scout occupied. You enable the kryptonite pulsars. He'll never know what hit him.
Okay, you got it.
Your attack on Starlabs ends now, Lex. You don't own these exabytes or Starlab's research. We need those to defeat Brainiac.
We need them to defeat Brainiac. Dude, okay. So, I know Batman v Superman is coming out very soon, and I'm super excited. I gotta get my ticket still. I think I talked about that last time. But I'm really, really hoping. I know they're hinting a lot at Darkseid, and that's pretty obvious. Darkseid is, what is it? Thanos. I mean, Thanos is kind of like a copy of Darkseid, basically, for the Marvel universe. But Darkseid is our Thanos for their cinematic universe. You know, he's our super dangerous being of ultimate power and just total destruction and everything. Oh my God, I got like no power whatsoever. There we go. Some health in here. Holy smokes and bebops and boops and things. But I'm really kind of hoping that they do a Brainiac storyline, because, you know, this game could very well be connected to the movies. If the movies are good. If they're not, then I hope it never, ever is a part of that. Wow, Superman is really, really... Oh yeah, I need to do the... I am such an idiot. I'm like, why is he so hard? Like, he's crazy hard for no reason. Stop it, Superman. Stop. I just want to do this.
Attack him while I recover.
There we go. You recover, Lex. I'll handle Superman. Don't you worry about it. Ow. Ugh. But I think that would be super cool to do a Brainiac story. I know that they wanted to do a Brainiac story for the, like, Tim Burton Batman, or no, not Batman, Superman, that never existed. They wanted to do a Brainiac storyline, so that would be pretty cool. I would be pretty down for that, for them to do that. So let's hope that they do. I mean, they have a lot of opportunities to do it. They have a lot of franchises that they're going to be covering. I mean, they're already showing off graphics and stuff for Aquaman and The Flash, so that's going to be interesting to see what stories they do for that. I'm excited for that. As long as it's good, you know. I was talking to a friend at work, and my day job, not this, and he's a big Marvel fan. Let's finish this up, and then I'll tell you the rest of my story.
Hold out.
Can't
Have to withdraw.
I beat you, Superman.
You continue to be of value to me.
Well, thank you.
Superman's been defeated, and the
Yes.
exobyte research is in my hands. I will be seeing you again for bigger and more profitable things.
Okay. Cutscene!
My Kryptonian heritage gives me incredible powers under this yellow sun. But to Lex Luthor, I am the alien. A threat to his human DNA. To all the new villains seeking to rule this planet. Lex's genius is his superpower. But he is deformed by jealousy. He will always hate me for what I am. For taking his rightful place. Because I am the one that calls Superman.
Well, that's a bit egotistic. Don't you think? Don't you think, Soups? Don't you think? Ooh, kryptonite. Wee. Wee. Wonder if I can break all these and get an achievement. Probably not. I think I've probably tried this before, and I don't think it worked out. Why do we have green crystals? I want green crystals. Come on, DC devs. Give me some green crystals up in here. I wanted to grab those things beforehand. But he's a big Marvel fan and not a DC fan, where I'm a big DC fan and he's a big Marvel fan. The same thing. Anyway, let's grab this.
Classified Materials Registry. An immature form of unknown species recovered by Batman from a crashed alien ship.
Ooh. Aliens. I think there's a blue one over here. Yeah, blue. Big old blue one.
Starlab's metahuman research arm, Super Hearing. Superman ready? Go.
I hear, wait. Well, that can't be good. Is that Luthor? With Metallo?
Let me guess.
Yay,
Always
there we go.
wanted to be a criminal mastermind. Congrats. LexCorp will take the data and exobytes back to one of Lex's secure labs. As for you, plenty of jobs calling your name.
Yarr! Jobs for me. Was I doing another one?
That is one angry gorilla. He recently tried to invade the Metropolis waterfront and lost all his devolution tech to the Flash and Star Labs. Lex Luthor suggested you could get it back. If you feel like going ape, check in with General Grosha in the Midtown nightclub.
Let's hop into a new weapon. Why don't we grab a rifle? Why not? Why not? For the hex. For the shizzles and giggles of it. But we were talking, and I'm like, I love the Marvel movies. And he's like, I absolutely hate the DC movies. And I'm like, really? Because some of them are actually really good, you know, like the original Tim Burton Batmans, all the Nolan ones. You have Man of Steel recently. And, I mean, all the animated ones, they're really fantastic. And I was surprised. And,
The Metropolis Metrodome, the world's most advanced sports and convention facility. Whether it's to see the big game, attend the latest rally for superhuman powers, check out advanced alien technology, or purchase new charms and spells, Metropolis swarms to the Metropolis Metrodome.
To the Metropolis Metrodome. Why do I have to go all the way across the city? But he was saying, you know, a lot of them have been bad, and I'm like, I know. And that's why I'm worried about Batman v Superman. But, you know, I'm thinking about it more, and there's not a lot in it. I mean, other than if the story is just garbage, but I have a feeling that Zack Snyder knows what he's doing, because he did Watchmen, and I really love Watchmen, even though they changed the ending. But I really enjoy that movie. That movie is so good. So if he takes that much care with it, I think it'll be good. Still, I think the one thing I'm worried about is Jesse Eisenberg, but I'm pretty sure at the ending, if we don't see it earlier on, I think the biggest thing is that he doesn't look like Luthor. If he looks like Luthor, maybe I can get on board with him, but the red hair is way too old school Lex Luthor, and I don't like that. It's not the iconic Lex Luthor that I know. But I'm pretty sure at the end he's gonna get arrested, and we're gonna see him without his Willy Wonka hair. I'm betting 10. What is like betting things like 10 to 1? I don't know. I'm highly betting that he's wearing wigs like the Christopher Reeves Lex Luthor. What was his name? Forget his name. Don't matter.
Grodd suffered a crushing blow when Starr confiscated our Devolver technology. Our resistance fighters managed to sabotage Star Labs' transports. So now our tech is scattered across Metropolis. But Starr is attacking anything that looks like an ape. That's where you come in.
Did I already get my thing from that? Oh, I guess I did. I got a cape and a katana I can't use. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't want it anyway. I didn't want it anyway, George. Alright, well, let's go do Falling Stars. Why the heck not? Oh, and I got some mail. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I hope it's good. I hope it really is. Especially since Captain America Civil War is shaping up to be pretty awesome. Gotta be honest. It looks pretty awesome. And they just showed off Spider-Man. Oh my god, of course they did. They had to do it. Everyone's like, you gotta have Spider-Man in there. You can't have Civil War without Spider-Man. How are you gonna do it without Spider-Man? Nobody wants the old Spider-Mans. No, we don't want those. No offense, Toby. I mean, you were okay for a while. Garfield, I don't know about you so much, but yeah. We're getting a new one. So we'll see how that works out. Spider-Man's had one of those rough histories, you know? Same with like Batman. You know, Batman had some like a really good one. You know, a couple really good ones, and then a lot of garbage. And then hopefully it comes around about.
Gorilla Grodd is a member of good standing in the society, which is why I'm humoring him in this endeavor. His plan to devolve humanity is absurd, of course, but we can still turn the situation to our advantage. After you recover Grodd's tech, destroy Star Labs' containment devices.
Okay.
Show them that Metropolis is really more of a LexCorp kind of town.
I agree. It's definitely a LexCorp type of town. So yeah. I'm very hopeful that it'll be good. Because if it's not, I'm gonna probably walk out of the theater and be like, screw you! But if it's amazing, then I will be trying to get a hold of Zack Snyder so I can give him a friendly, good job, BJ.
Security breach detected. Danger.
I mean, if he can fix it and he can bring the Triforce together, the Trinity of the DC Comics. Wow, that guy got messed up. Not gonna bother saving him. If he can bring the Trinity together and start a DC cinematic universe, man, he deserves some hanky panky from the fans. Oh my god. Man, there's just heroes and villains falling left and right out here. The heck? I don't know what that's all about. I honestly don't really have a lot to talk about. I was going to talk about Legends tomorrow. I was going to talk about Gotham. Gotham went really deep. I won't spoil it for you guys, but you know, I told you guys that they were doing the Mr. Freeze storyline type thing. And I was very surprised. They actually stuck very close to the original storyline, kind of, in a way. You know, they have to adjust it for the Gotham verse, so it's a little bit different and a little bit more streamlined and sped up. But in general, I think they kind of nailed it, which is pretty cool. And I'm excited to see what comes after this. But yeah, I don't really want to spoil that for you. And there's no news on really anything about Mick. I told you guys, I think last episode or the episode before that, I think it was that last episode, that at the end of Legends Tomorrow, not last episode, but the episode previous to that, it seems like Leonard killed off Mick. And I'm like, no way, not in a million years. The only thing I've seen is, because I follow Legends Tomorrow on Twitter, because I freaking love that show. And it's getting a second season. Holy yeah! It deserves a second season. They made a mistake with Constantine. And I think they're learning from that. They're like, man, all these shows are going to be super awesome. Especially when we put them together. It's like the first time that somebody was like, what if we put chocolate around caramel? And people were like, holy shit. Chocolate and caramel? You are a crazy man thinking that you can do that. They did it. And that man's name was Wally Worker.
Danger. Mobile containment unit overload in progress. Evacuate the area for your own protection.
And then, after that, they're like, what if we took nougat and we added it to the caramel and the chocolate? And they're like, no way. You can't mix nougat into that. And they're like, oh no, we can. We're gonna do layers of deliciousness. And you're like, oh my god, it's amazing. And then they were like, why don't we put nuts in it? And you're like, well, sometimes I want that. But yeah, no, I'm so happy that Legends Tomorrow got a second season, because it deserves it. Same with Supergirl. When that got announced, because man, I'm actually kind of blown away by that show. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it is, but it's really good. And they're going balls out with it too. They're like, just throw everything in, just throw it all in. We're gonna just, if we don't get a second season, just throw it all in. And I love that. I love that idea. You know, when a show is so on the brink of not existing anymore, they just throw everything at it these days, and I love that. It's so good. They're like, everything out the window. Don't matter. Doesn't matter what we do. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But going back to the whole Leonard Snart and Mick Rory thing, nothing, no news, not anything at all. Why? I would like to move as the monkey, thank you.
The end of the line.
Yes, I agree. It is the end of the line for you. No news, really. But on their Twitter, they showed a picture of Mick, and they're like, he's returning! And I'm like, oh, see, I know you guys. There's some secrety story between this, and something happened. I don't know. But you could not kill one of the rogues by having another rogue kill him. I mean, you could in the comic books, but that's a whole different ball game, really. But not in the TV show. You can just kill Mick off. It's part of the team. Yeah, can't do that. It's not cool. That's not friendly or anything. And it also doesn't really match Leonard, honestly. Because it's very obvious that Leonard Snart really wants to kind of take the hero path. I mean, it's very obvious that he's getting into that realm. He's still a villain, but like I told you guys before, I don't ever think that he's only in it for the money. At least not this version of him is only in for the money and everything. I think he's really in for the fame or the infamy, whichever way you want to put it. But I think he's far more interested in that than anything else. So I don't think that he would kill Mick. Something else must have happened. I don't know. But it also kind of had me thinking, because like the rogues are a very interesting group of people. Just because they, you would think that a group of criminals, especially when they all have different sort of powers that can complement each other, that ultimately they would be successful all the time. But when it comes to supervillain groups, most of the time it seems like they're not successful. Usually to the heroes working against them, solo or as a team. But it never really works out all the time. And I was thinking about it because, personally, I'd like to get a couple of
Its goal is to reclaim the planet from the apes by devolving them all to primal states.
Oh boy,
I was going to reclaim it for the couch potatoes, but I just never got around to making the device.
But I think I did that joke before. Probably. I mean, I've heard that one like 10 times now. Let's see. Traits. Getting closer. Oh, I have another skill too. Fauna. Gorilla form. I think I want to do Serpent Call. I know I should just go like straight down here, but I kind of want to like spread it out so that when I do get this, I kind of have some other stuff to go with it. Because if I don't have the other stuff, then there's no point in transforming other than to run fast. Because you get super speed when you go into wolf form. Rawr. Wolf form. Skills, weapons. Let's grab some more rifle. There we go. Why not? Where was I with that whole idea? Let's go with the journal real quick. We're gonna get a little method, as we usually do.
Grodd and his forces are planning their attack on Star Labs to regain his broadcast device, and they're hoping for a backup of a primal kind. Grodd has a commander who can give you what you need to make Star Labs go ape.
But but I was thinking about it because I kind of want to make sort of a group. If you at the beginning of this, you kind of already get the idea of what's happening. In my stories and everything, it's not really anything special.
Out of the last of Grodd's technology from Gorilla Island. Ever since Ultra Humanite tried to take over the island, Grodd's had to improvise. Enjoy it while it works.
Yay! But I kind of want to make a group like that. Superhero group and villain group. Now it's kind of an interesting idea because I want to quickly hit on superhero groups, because superhero groups. Am I going over this way? Oh, I have to go do the vehicle thing. I don't have to bother with the Star Labs thing just yet. But when it comes to a superhero group, generally, everyone's on the same page. Everyone's out to stop the evil guys, and that's really the only goal. How they go about that can be decided between the group, and morals are very well defined, but if the situation occurred, perhaps the situation would need to go for slightly skewed morals. But in general, it's one idea. We're out to stop the bad guys, whatever they're doing. It doesn't matter what they're doing, and we're here to save people. But when it comes to a villain group, everyone's kind of out for themselves. It's not like a joint understanding of what everyone's doing. In the end, with a supervillain group, everyone kind of has their own want, you know.
Grodd is calling. Yes, Commander.
Just the relationship between Mick and Leonard. Mick is in it for power and money, and that's really it. He doesn't care if people know who he is. He doesn't care to have people know who he is. That's not really his opinion. And he really wants to destroy things.
Just stay away, please.
Whereas Leonard, he's in it for the riches and stuff, of course. But he's more in it for the fame, the infamy. And he wants to be known. He wants people to know that he's a dangerous man, a person to be reckoned with, and that he's smart and intelligent. So they don't have the same idealistic goals going in, and that can cause conflict between the group. So I was always thinking about, like, if I made a group, each person would have to have their own sort of vice or their own sort of want in the group. But doing that and not giving them a central goal like a superhero group would have, it would basically make them their own worst enemy. Because at any time, one of them could just turn on the others and say, you know what, I don't really want to share, or I don't really like you anymore, or you're stealing my limelight, or you're a threat to my goals.
I obey.
And they just turn on each other. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting idea. Like, the idea of super villain groups working, you know, supervillains working together as is, it seems like it would be the best idea, you know, combat the heroes, because the heroes are going to get together and they're going to work together. So why can't villains? Because everyone has their own agenda in the group. So yeah, I mean, it was just an interesting idea I was thinking about. Like, could there be a really good supervillain group, like a really well put together one? And I don't think there could be if you have a lot of divas in the group. You know, each person wants to do their own thing, and if they each want to have a certain personality and they don't want to be under just a name or a banner, they are gonna have that sort of conflict between the group. And I find that really interesting to see that happen. Because, for instance, like, great supervillain group, League of Assassins, you know, they have a very idealistic goal of what they're doing, and they follow one person in his decisions, basically, you know. He is the one leading them. They don't really have ideas. But the only times that it really falls apart for them is when Talia doesn't really want to work with Roz, or they try to bring people in, like in Arkham City is great. They try to bring Batman in. It is in the comic books too, but try to bring Batman in, and it doesn't work out well for them, and that's what kind of tears it all apart. So yeah, I don't know, just food for thought, really, that supervillains really can't work together. Honestly, them working together is just hoping that the seams don't shred.
Gift compels me.
Because it's not well stitched together. Oh my god, these guys, they just don't want to give up.
What's that? What are you going to do to me? I need backup.
I am really interested because I haven't read Civil War, but I know the general idea. Because I told you guys before, I have 2 degrees. Nobody cares. Lots of people have 2 degrees.
No, please, anything but that. I'll give you anything.
Like you guys know, of course, I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, so I'm really interested in just seeing the movie, because that's a situation where the superhero group is now divided on their ideas, and that's kind of the same idea with like the whole supervillain idea. Is one person wants one thing, but another person wants another thing, and I really adore that in storytelling when you have a group of people that are very well knit or tight knit, and then their ideas, their ideals separate them. And I'm really interested in seeing that movie, because I mean all the other Marvel movies are just really good. Not saying anything about DC, but DC, you guys get some bad directors and story writers sometimes. It's the wrong people in the wrong positions to do bad things. Bad things to the franchise. Sometimes. Good luck with that! Really don't want to have to deal with these guys the entire time. Oh, wait, leave me alone. Is he attacking me, or is he just freaking out? I think he's just freaking out. Hit it!
This must not fall into the wrong hands.
Like a ninja, I strike, and then I'm gone. This is really the way to do it, honestly. Not even bother with them. Ooh, but I need to get these things. Need to focus on that one and just destroy it. Oh, shoot. Fly away! Quickly fly! Oh, poop. Gotta take this guy out now. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Well, I guess I could take him out. Do I even need him? I guess I do. No, I don't. I don't need them. For whatever reason, it's like, you can still do that. I don't think I do. You got this well in hand. Thank you. Ninja! Oh, ninja skills didn't work.
This is the end of the line.
No, leave me alone! My line will never end. I'm really starting to dig Blind Vine, though. I think he's gonna be a really good villain. Kind of, I kind of see him as like a villainous version of SJ. And I guess that's kind of why I kind of designed him after him. Because he's, starting out as an assassin. But, the reason he becomes evil isn't because, well, I mean, he was already evil, but more evil is because of his disability and changes him slightly, and his ideas become skewed. Whereas, you know, if something good happened to him, I don't know, maybe he would have become a good guy. You never know. We will never know if Blind Vine would have been a good guy. Never. Never, ever. He'll always be bad now. Just because he lost his eyeballs. I mean, he still got them, but they don't work anymore. So subtle. So subtle, Josh. Is that worth putting on? Oh, I'm gonna lose so much might. I'll do it. Why not? Why the heck not? See, let's look at the journal real quick.
Star Labs is supposedly Metropolis's premier research arm. They do work on exobytes with Superman. You'd think they'd be prepared for things like an angry ape invasion.
Nah. Nobody can prepare for an angry ape invasion. But we can prepare for next time. So, yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We talked about a menagerie of different things. And again, I'm sorry that, you know, things didn't work out with the videos this past week or so, but we'll get back to it. I'm going to get back to Deadpool, and then I also want to do some other stuff. So, stick around. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching my other stuff as well as this. But, yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody. And I will see you all next time.